Hi there guys, this is Nikhil from Greedy Tech and this is the comparison between Moto G4 Play and the Asus Max 2015 version. So let's look at the similar stuff and then where each phone excels. These are the specifications of both the phones and they are priced at 9,000 rupees in different online stores. Both the phones have dual SIM support, both support 4G and have dedicated SD card slots. Both have plastic builds with textured back panels. Both the phones come with similar power adapters, micro USB charging port, audio jack, the same Snapdragon 410 processor, Adreno 306 GPU, 3GB of RAM and 16GB of internal storage. With Asus Max you get bigger 5.5-inch HD display with Corning Gorilla Glass 4 for screen protection. It also has screen gestures like double tap to wake and a blue filter to protect your eyes in dark. As for software, it has a heavily skinned version of Android called Zen UI, so it mostly doesn't matter on which version of Android it is. But it means it will take up space in that limited storage we got. In terms of software features, it's pretty tightly packed. We get safe mode, kids mode, auto call recording, themes, app permissions, one-handed mode, and simply many more tweaks related to UI of the phone. Check out my awesome features of Asus Max video for more information on the software features. In the camera department, we have a 13 megapixel camera on the rear with laser assisted focus and a 5 megapixel camera on the front. They are pretty good for the price and laser assisted focus on the rear is just not for show. It focuses objects very quickly. Well, the cameras are not outstanding, but pretty good for the price. I'll be posting a camera comparison with sample shots, so stay tuned for that. Next we have the speaker on the rear. Though it's decently loud enough as it's on the back, it feels lacking in terms of loudness. But you won't have any problems with ringtones. The main selling point of this phone is its huge battery. Yes, it's got a 5000 mAh battery which can give you insane battery life. I have seen some people using it for 3 days with a single charge. Well, everyone can't get the same battery life, but you can definitely get at least 2 days of battery life for sure. You can get about 8 to 10 hours of screen on time and it takes few hours to charge the phone completely. The cons of this device would probably be the performance and it's damn heavy. It weighs 202 grams and you can't use it one-handed too long. If battery life is your priority, then you can definitely go for this device. With Moto G4 Play you get similar plastic build with a nice textured back panel. It's smaller and lighter than Asus Max. So because of the screen, it will be great for people with small hands and for one-handed usage. We have a 5-inch HD display on the front which definitely looks good, but it's just not as bright as Asus Max. It seems to be having some kind of scratch resistant glass, but we don't know the name for sure. I have been using this device for a week without any screen guard or screen protection and I didn't notice any scratches. Unlike Asus Max, we don't have any screen gestures like double tap to wake either. With Moto we get a similarly loud speaker, but as it's on the front of the phone, this is much more audible and definitely much more preferable than Asus Max. As for software, Moto ships with Android Marshmallow out of the box, so there is a possibility to get Android N update in a year. It has complete stock Android UI and no bloatware at all. It might have some, but nothing in comparison with what Asus gives us. So we will be able to use more space from the internal storage. As it's completely stock Android, it lacks in terms of software features and customization. Those features found in Asus Max are definitely handy and I personally love them. But if you're a very basic user who doesn't use them or doesn't care about them, then you can forget about it. In the camera department we get a 8 megapixel camera with face detection autofocus, single LED flash and a 5 megapixel camera on the front with the same f2.2 aperture. They are not as good as Asus Max in terms of specs, but pretty good nonetheless. At least camera shouldn't be your deciding factor while choosing these devices. If your priority is camera, then you should consider other brands like Redmi Note 3 which offers much better cameras. In terms of battery, when compared to Asus Max, we get a smaller 2800 mAh battery. As it's stock Android and because of the dose feature, it will last you a day. I got a screen on time of about 3 to 4 hours and the phone gets charged completely from 10 to 100% in 90 minutes. Though both the phones have 4G, we have VoLTE support in Moto G4 Play which is missing in Asus Max. Technically, Asus Max is capable of providing that feature by a software update, but we don't think they will do, or at least do it anytime soon. So this might be a game changer for most who are interested in the Geo network in India. The same goes for performance. Though both the phones come with the same processor, performance will be much smoother and lag-free in Moto G4 Play as it runs stock Android and because of Asus bloatware. I think battery life and the LTE will be the major deciding factors, with software experience being the secondary issue. Asus gives you better battery life, so buy it if you want insane battery life and some UI tweaks. You can still use data from Geo network as you can use it as a secondary SIM. You just can't make calls directly unless you enable mobile data. As it's a dual SIM, I think you can manage with the lack of LTE, so next concern would be the weight. If you don't mind using a heavy phone, then definitely this phone will be better than Moto G4 Play. With Moto G4 Play you get much smoother Android experience, voice over LTE support, bloat-free phone, front-facing speaker which will be pretty good for watching videos, a removable battery just in case if you swap batteries. So if you want something simple and stable, go for this device. So if it was for me, I don't see any point in comparing these devices, as you can go with Redmi 3S or the Redmi Note 3 which offers few additional stuff to what these phones offer. But if I had to strictly pick between these devices, I'll pick Asus Max for bigger battery and more customization features. By the way, you can also consider Lenovo Vibe K5 Plus, Redmi 3S for smaller phones. So that's it guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you do, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, do subscribe, and I'll catch up with you in my next video. Until then, have a nice day.